This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has approved a 1 billion dirham road improvement project. The first part is for the improvement of Tripoli Road in a 12-kilometre stretch to provide a link between the Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road and the Emirates Road at a cost of 500 million dirhams, and provides a parallel and supporting corridor to the Airport Road Improvement Project, which the RTA is currently implementing at a cost of 490 million dirhams. The Director General and Chairman of the Board of Executive Directors of the Road and Transport Authority, Mata Al Taya, stated that the project aims to enhance the link between Dubai and Sharjah, as well as easing traffic congestion. Upon completion, it will act as a parallel to Al Ahmadi Al Kawanij, as well as Al Awir Ras Al Khor corridors. The new project has an intake of around 12,000 vehicles per hour in both directions and is set to ease the traffic flow by 30%. The project, which links the Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road and Emirates Road, includes the widening of Tripoli Road over a 6.5-kilometre stretch from the intersection with the Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road nearby Mirdif City Centre up to the Academic City Road. It also includes the construction of a new 5.3-kilometre road of 3 lanes in each direction from the intersection of the Academic City up to the Emirates Road. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Deputy Ruler of Dubai and the Minister of Finance, attended the 22nd edition of Gulfood Festival in Dubai today, featuring a record number of 400 UAE-based F&B companies and 1,000 new food and beverage producers. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid and senior officials in the F&B industry were offered a brief tour of the exhibition, which, according to organisers, is one of the world's largest food and hospitality shows, featuring a record 120 national pavilions and also welcoming 5,000 international exhibitors. As the UAE's food and beverage market is set to be worth 82 billion dirhams by 2020, industry experts highlighted that despite a reduction in subsidy spend and public wages in the GCC region, a steadily growing urban population, rising tourism numbers and an increase in consumer spending patterns are greatly contributing to the growth of the sector. While the UAE produces no more than 40% of the total volume of food consumed and imports 80% of its food needs, industry officials stress the F&B sector has a great potential for growth, as the UAE and the GCC population enjoy a relatively high per capita income and high purchasing capacity. As the region is witnessing increased awareness and demand for health and wellness products across a number of sectors, organisers revealed that this year, Gulfood is segmented into 8 of the largest commodity trading markets, including dairy, beverages, fats, oils, meat and poultry, among others.
We've got a very young population. You have a situation where rehydration, the nature of the market, it requires you to have liquid beverages to refresh. There's a move now into health and wellness products. We have just launched our new fresh product, which is produced with quite a unique technology, which is high pressure pasteurization. It extends the shelf life of the product, but it's a really healthy product. It retains the nutrients, the color, the flavor over a longer shelf life. So yeah, I think water and beverages will always be an essential part of this marketplace. There's a growing demand from our consumers. People come to us with requests. So clearly, last October we launched our Alain Zero, which is a zero sodium water, which was mainly brought about by requests from our consumers for that type of product. And we were able to deliver against those consumer requirements.
We represent the whole industry of Australia. We represent Australian farmers. And we promote grow demand for Australian beef and lamb. So we bring this year 27 Australian exporters up here to Gulfood. It's a very important market for Australia. Australia exports 70% of the beef and lamb that we grow, and the Middle East is a very important market for us. UAE is our #1 market for lamb and #2 market for beef. So everything obviously that comes from Australia is guaranteed halal. We have a very sophisticated and trusted halal systems in Australia, which is regulated by the Australian government in partnership with the Islamic organisations in Australia. So yeah, the UAE, very, very important market for us. That's the beauty of the partnership, the long-term relationship between Australia and the UAE. And as I mentioned before, because we export most of what we grow, and then the UAE needs to import it. So that sort of food security and food safety makes for a great relationship.
Her Highness Sheikha Jawaher bint Mohammed Al Kazmi, the wife of His Highness the ruler of Sharjah, founder and royal patron of the Friends of Cancer Patients, is urging the Emirati community and the UAE media to support the Pink Caravan's mission towards establishing a global model for breast cancer awareness. Her Highness Sheikha Jawaher, who is the International Ambassador of the World of Cancer Declaration for Union for International Cancer Control, and also the International Ambassador for Childhood Cancer, called on all community members to join forces with the Pink Caravan. Her Highness stated that coming together will help promote the importance of early detection, and that statistics show that 98% of those who are diagnosed early make a full recovery. Her Highness noted that those who are not able to physically accompany the Pink Caravan on its journey can still donate, do good deeds, and convey its message of hope. The announcement was made in the lead-up to the 2017 Pink Caravan ride, which sets off on Tuesday, March the 7th, from the Sharjah Equestrian and Racing Club. The ride will dispense free medical screenings to all community segments across the 7 Emirates before concluding its 10-day journey in Abu Dhabi on Friday, March the 17th. According to reports, a new law will soon come into force to deal with and settle minor cases out of court here in Dubai. According to a local daily, the law is set to come into effect within 3 months and comes off the back of the success of the one-day court over in Ras Al Khaimah, which saw some cases resolved within just an hour. It was noted that not all minor cases will be settled, though, and that the Dubai Attorney General is drawing up a list of petty crimes that prosecutors will be able to handle very quickly. Through the new law, prosecutors will be able to handle small cases, such as low-value bounce checks, and will issue an order similar to a court's verdict, and also issues fines of about half of the amount from the court. The move is also said to help streamline judges' workloads. Once issued, a judicial order can either be accepted or rejected within a week by those involved. If the order is rejected, both parties can insist on having the case referred to court. Nearly 40% of school children over in Ras Al Khaimah are overweight, while 24.4% are obese and 5.7% are extremely obese. That's according to a study titled Increasing Obesity Rates in School Children in the UAE. The report studied just over 15,500 children between the ages of 4 and 12 from 2013 to 2014, and 29,410 children between the ages of 3 and 18 from 2014 to 2015. More than 90% of the children studied were Emiratis. Although the paper was focused in RAC, experts say it is an indication of the growing obesity rate in the country. They explained that obesity can lead to cardiovascular disease, kidney disease, and even blindness, and that the main risk factor for type 2 diabetes is being overweight, which is usually caused by unhealthy eating habits and a lack of exercise. It was noted that many children with type 2 diabetes do not have any symptoms and are diagnosed only when screened. Some of the symptoms, however, include unexplained weight loss, hunger and thirst even after a meal, dry mouth, increased urination and also fatigue. Doctors advise parents to consult a specialist immediately if they begin to notice one or more symptoms in their children. And there's good news for motorists over in the capital who own multiple cars. The Abu Dhabi police have announced through a statement that vehicle owners can renew the registration of one car without having to pay up any traffic fines recorded against any others that they may own. It added that the new initiative aims to make it convenient for motorists to complete car registration procedures on time. Vehicle registration can be completed through the police's online traffic portal or through its smartphone applications. And finally, looking to other news now, despite the wet conditions on Saturday affecting play at the tennis stadium, Dubai welcomed a new winner of the WTA tournament in the form of Elina Svitolina, who lifted the title with a straight set win. The 22-year-old Ukrainian beat the tournament 10th seed Caroline Wozniacki with a scoreline of 6-4, 6-2 in a clinical fashion to earn her right to lift the Dubai trophy. The previous encounter between the two stars had also ended in Svitolina's favour during the Miami Open. However, the Dubai competition becomes her best career title win. The Dubai victory moves her WTA tournament tally to 7, which also advanced into the top 10 of the WTA rankings. Elina finished the Dubai week off with a second title to her name in 2017, carrying the fine form from her title win in Taiwan to register a winning streak of 12 wins. For the fan favourite Wozniacki, it was her second final appearance in 2 weeks after ending her Doha outing as runner-up, and she is hoping that 2017 would bring a positive season ahead. Denmark's Wozniacki won the Dubai title in 2011 and has reached the semi-finals in 6 of the 7 years she's played at the event. Commenting during the post-match conference, Elina said that it was a challenging game for her and there was much needed preparation towards accomplishing her goal of reaching the #1 rank.
Yeah, it was an amazing week for me. I played very solid and very happy that I could play very good in such a big tournament and win the title here is very special for me. Yeah, I was working very hard. I had a very good off-season and was working extremely hard on my fitness and mental part. And the way that everything came together in this tournament, I'm very happy that I could win the final and enter top 10. It's very, very amazing feeling for me.
Well, I definitely think, that has a little bit to do with it, but at the same time, she played really well. She got a lot of balls back and, she mixed up the pace when she needed to and she was serving better than me today. Well, I'm always a positive person, so I'm going to look at it on the positive side. I think today was a more disappointing loss than last week. I felt like last week she really came out firing and I really did my best and really tried really hard. She just played better than me, and today I just felt like I was just lacking that 5%, especially in the beginning. I feel like if I'd gotten, maybe to 5-all or, gotten a little bit closer in that first set, it could have been different. So definitely more disappointing loss today. Just getting to some balls a little bit quicker and then that way, putting a little bit more power behind the shots probably would have made a difference. I did a lot of approach shots today and just a little bit too little on those where she passed me at the net. She had good hands and really put them down low, so credit to her for that. But at the same time, I feel like I probably should have popped on those balls a little bit more and that way given myself an easier volley.